Hey everybody, Steve Ritter. So I had some folks ask about neighborhoods and things like that here in Abu Dhabi. So I went out the other day and drove around with my camera and my trusty stand and went to Al Raha Beach, a couple of different neighborhoods around Abu Dhabi. This is mostly apartments. Um, it's an island adjacent or a place adjacent to Yaz Island where I used to live. But this is a nice up and coming area. I'm going to show you this. There's some cool buildings, and this one in particular, the Aldar headquarters. This is known as the coin, is what everybody calls it. Although it was patterned after a seashell, which goes to the heritage of Abu Dhabi as kind of a sea town. But they've been working on this area since I was here 6 years ago. It's of course like 3 times the size it used to be, but yeah, that they dropped a pretty penny on that thing. So notice the shape. So in 2015 when I was here, yeah, you see the cool apartments there. This looks like a sailboat or something, doesn't it? When I was here in 2015, they filmed part of the one of the new sequel Star Wars movies, The Force Awakens. And they painted the whole front up. They put this coating on it, whatever, to make it look like Star Killer Base from The Force Awakens, which was pretty cool. But they filmed the desert scenes of that movie in Abu Dhabi, which was kind of cool. So I was not here for that, but they do a lot. They do a lot of filming around here. But that's a cool building. Cost $1 billion. That's what I read to make. So we'll kind of drive around and drive up the ways a little bit. You can see, I mean, there's just constant construction around Abu Dhabi. So much building, so much going on. I guess they're just planning on so many people moving in because these are all apartments, and they kind of cater to the this area in particular kind of caters to the Western professionals types that come out here and work, the teachers, those types of folks that come out. So the country has about 12 million people total in the UAE, and 9 million of that which are expats working here. So you see cranes everywhere. That's a government building there, I think, a government business. It's kind of cool. There's a couple of them like that around. But you see all the apartments here. Yeah, it's a coastal town, so there's waterways that cut all through this area, and this bridge goes over one of them. And they kind of envision this to be kind of like a Riverwalk in San Antonio, just all along here. They're going to have businesses and restaurants and apartments and all of that. It'll be really nice. I have a guy I work with that works over here or lives over here, and he said this is a nice little 3 kilometer jogging trail, walking trail all through there that he uses all the time. So that's the plan, and it's coming along. It looks like so. This is a long light. Well, I'm gonna cut. There we go. I couldn't. I'm like, man, that's boring waiting that long at the light. So it's a little view of what it's going to kind of look like down that way. I'll go down there sometime when they kind of get a little more done. But you can see all the construction. All those are all apartments. It's a little. It's crazy. I mean, and that's the big question is who's going to live there? I mean. So I guess they're very visionary country, and I guess it's kind of like a field of dreams, build it and they will come. There's some more new stuff going up. Lots and lots of construction all over the place. Here in Dubai, it's crazy. So this whole road all down through here are all apartments. So not even hotels. I mean, it's just like full up, straight up apartments. So you can see the waterway kind of meanders its way through. So we're going over a couple of bridges here. Some more. That's a little bit more done there. A little bit more developed. So there are some restaurants down there. I have to take the Ravishing Mrs. Ritter down there. Check it out. You hear those speed bumps going over. Not really speed bumps, just bumps enough to let you know if you're going too fast, I guess. Some more construction. It's just crazy. It's nice apartments. Pretty over here. I mean, it's really going to look nice when they get it all finished. It's another one of those buildings. See, those are all air conditionings on the top. Keep it cool. There's the company Aldar. They built all of it, all of that stuff there. That's a development company. So notice the green fence here. So that's how you can tell all the royal, the sheikh owned lands are all fenced off with that green fence like that. It's kind of interesting to know that this is a Toyota. It was not built in Germany. I don't know why somebody stamped that on there. But all this is for the new airport that's going in, another multi-billion-dollar airport that they're building. They've been working on it for 5 years, at least. So this is Etihad headquarters for Etihad Airlines, the headquarters on the right. On the left is called Etihad Towers, and that's apartments, more apartments. This is more where people live. It's kind of nice. You got apartments, and then down below are the stores. So at the far end of this place, there's a grocery store, and pharmacy and everything else. And they've got a rental car place there. And there were a couple of restaurants, but they've closed because of COVID, which is kind of a shame. They just didn't have the business. So a lot of the Etihad crew, flight attendants and stuff live in that building. They bring a lot of people from other countries, a lot of Polish and Eastern European flight attendants on Etihad. So here's a housing area. This is Khalifa City. Khalifa, it's the current sheikh of Abu Dhabi. You don't see too much of him publicly, but he's the one they named the Burj Khalifa after. So anyway, this is some housing areas over here. We're kind of running along the outside. Now this area is in continuous construction. They've got Jersey barriers up and cones and they see the little red and white Jersey barrier things there everywhere. It's a bit of a madhouse getting through there. I had a buddy of mine that rented a house. Houses probably anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 rent to a month to rent over here. But you can see some of them are single homes, some of them are duplexes, some of them, I guess, the big families, extended families living in them. There's some nice ones. I'm going to take a right down this road here. I think this is like a school or something. I think some sort of school. It looks like a school. I can't believe that would be somebody's house. It's not nearly ornate enough. All right, so trees in here. It's pretty nice. There's a house for you there. See. There's some single family homes there. You can see along the way there. Yeah, probably anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 a month probably to rent in this area. Little neighborhood mosque. Lots more room for development. Some empty lots. So it's kind of cool that they take the effort to put in trees. So they put these palm trees in. There's some newly planted ones there. See that guy's even got some ground cover there, some grass. So that's quite the luxury having grass over here. It's tough to keep. You got to keep it watered. So That's a pretty nice place. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. You'll have those big extravagant homes there, and then kind of mixed in with just kind of the run of the mill homes, and interesting. So always construction going on here. So we got a nice tree in the backyard there. Very nice. Lots of trees on that one. Got the roundabouts here. You got to really get used to those here, because it's just like the Brits. I guess that's where they get them from. But it was a lot of that way in Europe. You don't have to string as much electrical lines and put up traffic lights. Just do the roundabouts. I kind of like them, actually. I mean, it beats sitting at a stoplight, with nobody coming and nobody around, and in the middle of the night sitting there all by yourself, kind of feeling like a goober waiting on the light. The traffic circle keeps you moving. There's some duplex type houses. So yeah, you'll get that. Here's some more. A little different part of Khalifa City. A little bit more established part of Khalifa City, I think. So usually you can tell how nice a place is by the cars parked out in front of it. So notice a lot of white cars. You don't see too many black cars over here, do you? Well, actually, you can really tell that the people that are really well-to-do make a point of driving around in black cars, because they keep them in garages and everything else. And I mean, who would park a black car outside in the 115-degree heat, right? So let's move on here. All right, looking at some more. Checking out, this is more Khalifa City. That's quite the place there. I think that's apartments there, and you can see they look like single family homes. So it's a little. The housing over here is pricey. Now, with all of that construction going on, somebody with an RV. With all the construction going on, the apartment prices have dropped because there's just so much on the market. Of course, COVID came down, and nobody moving here, nobody traveling, and all of that. And it really, you could get a pretty good deal on an apartment. I continue to do the hotel thing just because I got somebody to clean my place, and I'm getting points, and I like it. So that's kind of nice. And I don't know, but just a change of scenery every once in a while kind of makes it nice too. So there's some lot smaller type places. Those are probably a little cheaper, probably $2,500 to $2,500 a month. Now imagine, I've heard that it's kind of like when I was stationed in Germany. You could rent a duplex and be living next door to a German, and you would be paying twice what they pay. I imagine that I've heard stories that it's a little bit of the same here. I can't confirm that, but I know in Germany that's the truth. So they would ask us that when we come in and we're looking at a place. They would ask us, we'd say, well, how much is the rent for this place? And they say, well, what's your rank? Because you were paid housing allowance based on your rank. So you tell them, well, I'm a major, then they would oh, okay, well, it's the rent's this, which just happened to be exactly what major housing allowance was. So it's funny how that works. Some sort of sports building or something, I believe that's what that is. So moving on. I got another picture. It seems kind of odd, but I thought this was a cool architectural design here on this building. I don't know what this is. I think it's business offices. I thought that was a cool building. It looks like a big pineapple, doesn't it? So, and then this particular diversion here. So I got to. This is more downtown. So Khalifa City, Al Raha Beach is a little bit more southeast of Abu Dhabi. This is more in the middle of Abu Dhabi. I'm going to take a right down this road here, and this is a little bit more established apartment type neighborhoods. This is probably something with younger people or people just kind of getting started out would probably live in something like this. A little smaller apartments, but you can see from the trees and everything else is a lot more established. So you can see some of the great parking going on. That is an adventure. I can tell you stories about parking over here and how that goes, but save that for another day. So you can see that under the covers there, yeah, there's some Range Rovers and other cars. So that's probably pretty nice apartments there. So got some and there's some nice houses across the street. So I think that's a school or oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that. That's a pretty cool Mustang. Every now and then you'll see those classic cars out there like that. It's kind of cool. I've seen some big trucks. A lot of trucks. You'll see people driving around in trucks. Usually driving crazy. But they use those to go out dune busting, which I plan to take you guys along with to see too. So this is kind of a little bit of a neighborhood, and you got some stores and a little grocery store, a little laundromat, a little restaurant, right there. So it's a little bit probably. Now the people that work here, a lot of the workers they bring in, they have camps or they have apartments that they put them into, and a lot of them. So hope you enjoyed the ride along, and make sure I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.